Neymar continuing to make friends in France. This is from the French Cup semifinals against Rennes. He fouls a Rennes defender there, kicks the ball away, gets a yellow card, and then goes to help his adversary up. Now, he'd rather not.
Oh, hey.
Somebody's too cool for school. Here's what you have to say about it afterwards. Football is a little boring right now. We cannot do anything. Everything is controversial. It is the kind of thing that I do with my friends all the time. Why not with opponents? It was just a joke. Here's the reaction from elsewhere in French football. Monaco defender Andrea Raggi. Neymar should have a little more respect for other players. For me, it wasn't a great thing to do. Guys, is this a deal, not a deal, or a really, really big deal?
Yeah, it's a deal. You don't disrespect the opposition. And if you do disrespect the opposition, then you better be careful that retribution isn't handed up.
Is it really? Do we buy like the joke line? Is it really disrespecting the opposition?
It is disrespecting the opposition. However, as much as you can have quotes out there in the media and say that Neymar should be respecting other players, so on and so forth, there are other ways in which you can take care of this on the field. So if you're Andrea Raggi or whoever the defenders are, the next time that Neymar gets the ball, then make sure you get a good, clean shot on him. The fact and the problem is with players like Neymar is that this guy, first of all, you got to catch him. And when you do catch him, you usually don't get him cleanly because you don't get a full shot on him. So he's shifty, he's slippery. That's part of what makes him a good player. You can't quite get the two-footed challenge that you want to get in there. So when you get an opportunity to do so, and maybe that makes a point. If it doesn't, then get him again the next time.
It's not just the fake handshake, it's also the flicks and tricks. Stevie, how do we feel about this?
Listen, you do that's the kind of thing you do in training for a laugh with your teammates. You don't do that in a game. And again, Alex talking about, he's very, very lucky. Right here, when that ball bounces, he's a lucky boy. That.
What would you do?
Well, you just go through him. I'll tell you something. There's not one player on that team or any of the staff would have had any problem with their player taking a red card there. See, because you're not just disrespecting that one guy. You're actually disrespecting every single one of your opponents, including the coaching staff.
And that's the thing. And I hear the argument. Neymar will do this in the first minute or he'll do it in the last. He'll do it where they're 1-0 up or where they're 1-0 down. The trouble is you only have to do it against the right team at the wrong moment. I could think of any number of players I played with. If Neymar tried that when you're 1 or 2 down, would happily have taken a red card.
Name one.
If I started naming, I wouldn't stop. Just trust me on this. I've seen it. And as much as I say, well, that's wrong, that's an incorrect approach, you shouldn't be doing it that way, as a teammate, you say, yeah, he looked for that. If you're Neymar's teammate and he ends up, or you're Neymar, and you end up injured and out of the game for 3 or 4 weeks at best, then all of a sudden, you know, you're the one having to pick up the pieces. Or you're the team having to pick up the pieces. You disrespect your opponents like that, you're asking for trouble, and I am really surprised that he hasn't found it yet.
I don't mind that he's an entertainer player. I don't mind that he's showing up. But just know, if you're Neymar, that then you're putting yourself out there. So I don't mind either if somebody comes in and two-foots Neymar. That's part of the game as well.